Hello and welcome to Let's Ride with Stonewolf. We are leaving Glossop towards the east and we're going up Snakes Pass. I've talked about Snakes Pass a bunch of times on Let's Ride. Mainly because I did it before I did Let's Rides and I want to do it again, but I didn't want to just repeat myself. So we're doing it the other direction this time. Snakes Pass is one of those roads where like people are like, oh yeah, Snakes Pass, it's so good. And yeah, it's alright. But then like you go and do Umbrail and Yarfin and Grossglockner and you're just like, I don't know. It's not all it's cut out to be. Thank you. This is the less interesting side, by the way. But it's got some turns and things, you know. I can see reasonably well there. There's that big wall, but the wall is not tall enough to actually block your view of vehicles that are coming in the direction. Go. A little bit of air coming in under my visor. It's kind of annoying me. I don't think you guys can hear it. I might need to lubricate the edges again. That's what the lady at Innsbruck did. I came in and was like, oh, I have a little trouble with my visor. It didn't like snap closed properly and stuff. I was wondering if you could adjust it. And she just lubricated it and suddenly it was fine. I was like, okay. Fair enough. I guess I kind of need to do that again. Yeah, this next pass is fine, I guess. It's not amazing. It's on my doorstep. Sort of. It's like an hour and a half away from my house. So that's, you know, an advantage that it has. But, you know, as far as being like one of the world's great motorcycling roads, this ain't it. But again, like, I'm not trying to knock it, I'm just trying to be like, you know, my travels have spoiled me. It's a big, long trail of traffic that guy is pulling. Ooh, Belgium. I've seen one or two foreign cars this weekend. I guess it's a good weekend for traveling because a lot of people do have the four-day weekend. I saw an Irish car earlier. That's the summit of Snakes Pass. And now we get down into this side. This side is more interesting than that side. Generally I actually come up this side and go down the other side, but it was pretty good in either direction. There are sheep, so you can't really hot dog it around those corners too hard. Because if you come around to one of those significant lean and hit a sheep, you're done for. pretty cool though. I've been through like some valleys just in Austria and the Black Forest in Germany that are kind of like this. You know, it's kind of like that kind of grade. Side. I wonder if like the muff that's around the camera is slightly interfering with the visor closing. Or is it that? Oh, that might be what it is. Yeah. Need a strap at the top of my jacket. Yeah, it's not too bad. You know, it has its moments. It's not an awful little ride, and yeah, the fact that it is kind of just here is quite nice, you know. I used to have to ride, I think, something like an extra hour to get up like this far when I was down in Rugby. And when I was in London, this was like much too far away to just like pop out for a day. So it's quite nice that it's here. It is also quite well trafficked, so you do get this kind of thing. But, you know, I guess you get this more or less everywhere, really. You have to go to very much sort of road less travelled places to not get stuck behind something like this. I mean, even then, like every time you go somewhere, you are rolling a dice to see if that's going to happen. Because, I think as I said sometime before, like, maybe on Aberystwyth, they're going slower than you, so statistically you're going to catch up with them. And then, you know, there's always one guy. Well, yeah, you know, it's because that one guy is there and you're going faster than him. You're gonna catch up to him. It's inevitable. But thankfully, one thing that the Snakes Pass does have is a road that collapses from time to time. So you get a lot of this stuff. Particularly down this side. The reason I was saying thankfully is because I thought that guy was going to stop and we'd get to go around him. But no. Let's see, do we have an opportunity? We did. Yo! On the NC500 tour, which is the one that I filmed on this stretch of road, there was actually a crash along this road, and I ended up sat there for ages and ages and ages and ages while they cleared this crash. So if you are going to come up this way, be careful, you know? you want to have a good day, not a bad day. Gripping the throttle is a little loose there. I guess another thing about it is it's like the character of the area. This is kind of scrubby grass and moor-like stuff and just kind of barren. And I'm not really a big appreciator like this stuff up here, and it's not really a big appreciator of that kind of landscape. I've said this a lot of times, you're probably sick of me saying this. It's just because of where I grew up, because it's all like that, and I'm just like, whatever. people go to my home country and they're like, whoa, it's so beautiful, oh, the gorgeous desolation of it. And it's just like, it's a bog. What do you want, you know? Whereas I find like all the alpine stuff way more interesting from like a visual point of view. At least they haven't slapped the stupid speed limit on it. And they have put a 50 on it, but I mean, it's a whole conversation right there. I don't really have a whole lot of respect for 50 limits because they do that. But like Horseshoe Pass in Wales, they stuck a blanket 40 limit on it with camera enforcement. And it's just like, what is the point? The reason why they did that, by the way, is because people who have bought houses on the Horseshoe Pass approach are pissed off at motorcyclists for being loud. And it's like, well, mate, you bought a house there. What did you want? Did you not do some research? And that is one of the reasons why my bike is better than your bike, because I can go out for a bit of a hoon in the hills without pissing everyone off. Insert my usual lecture about driving slowly through people's villages here. Yeah, that was Next Pass. It's not very long. It's not very high. Doesn't really live up to the hype. But yeah, it's alright. You know, for a bit of a ride out on a Saturday afternoon in the sun. Sure. This on our right is Lady Bar, which is a big reservoir. I have said words about Lady Bar before. I think in this series, I've driven past it like a couple of different times now, just to make this series of videos, because of course I had to drive past it earlier today again to get up to Woodhead. But it's a nice spot. This parking area tends to have like a little cafe van thing, you know that? And way over there, where that bridge is in the distance, you can maybe see the boats, I don't know. The lens can be a bit weird sometimes. There's usually an ice cream van, and man, I would kill for a soft-serve ice cream. But I am on a diet. up that way, you get to the Derwent Dam, which is another reservoir. I think it's actually older than Lady Bar. I've got some fursuit photos up there. It's pretty cool. It's aesthetically pleasing. It has like a textured stone fronting on it, and its spillway is just the whole length of the top of the dam. So when the water is up, it has this really cool sort of flowing water thing down over the front of it, and of course because it's like cut stone and it's not smooth, like it's all white and splashy and stuff.
In a quarter of a mile, turn right.
Whereas Lady Bar has like its glory holes, which are also distinctive. It doesn't look like it's up enough for them to be in action today though. Oh my god. Not only have you bought a boring bike, you've bought it in a really boring colour.
Turn right.
Down into Hope Valley. What I was gonna do is down at the bottom of this road I was gonna turn right into like Hope proper, and then do like Winnats Pass and stuff. But I've had a long week and I got started quite late today. I think I got started at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So as you can probably tell, the sun is getting a little low. And not that I mind driving at night or anything, but some friends want me to pop by and visit for like a barbecue this evening, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to record those episodes on a future date. But we got a little bit to go before we get down into Hope. I think I filmed us coming the other way at some point as well. Basically, like this reservoir, again, it's not really for power generation, it's for drinking water. That's what all of these reservoirs are for. Like, I don't think hydropower is really that big of a thing in the UK. It's not that there's any shortage of reservoirs, they just tend to be all about drinking water. I forget what the speed limit is in this area, but there aren't any repeaters, so I guess it's probably national. It's the same thing. Close enough. These are alright. They're not nothing to write home about, but they're okay, passable. And again, I guess that's my bias speaking. I'm sure there are people from like different parts of the world who might come here and be like, "Whoa, wow, it's so amazing." There's probably people from bits of the world that are just like rocky, desert, in fact. Probably come here and go like, "Oh, rolling green hills. Oh, that's so beautiful." And I'm not like knocking those people, because I do the same thing. I'm like, wow, high alpine stuff. That's so beautiful. Because, yeah, you know, I don't come from that kind of place. I'm imagining the tables being flipped. There's no one behind us. If there were people behind us, I'd give this person a pass. But, there's nobody behind us, so we're not holding them up. I can get over onto the left-hand side, though, and give them a little bit of an advance on going. And that is basically it, really. You know, just up ahead we're going to have that petrol station where we turn off to go up to the lady bar, so I think that's a good spot to leave it at. So if you've got comments, if you want to call me out on not thinking this next pass is all that much, hit me up in the comments below. If you like the video, give it a like. Check out some of my other videos. If you enjoy them, consider subscribing. Hit that bell. And if you would like to reward me for entertaining you today, you can find my coffee link in the description below. Bye bye!